What is up guys, my name is Talha and you are watching Gadgets is Fair. So in today's video, I'm going to compare the iPad 10 Gen and the OnePlus Pad, which is the best tablet you should be buying. And this is a question which has actually confused me as well. I was also very worried that which one is the tab I should be picking up for 33,000 Indian rupees. And if you're getting the OnePlus Pad for less than 22,000 Indian rupees, because in sales, many people have actually bought it less than 22 to 23k. If you're getting at that price, the definite answer is get the OnePlus Pad, forget about the iPad. But when it is very close, like when the price is 28,000 for the OnePlus Pad, 33 for the iPad, if I would have to actually rethink my decision, I would actually say I think it's better to get an iPad at that point. And I'm going to tell you some reasons why, and I'm also going to tell you some reasons why the OnePlus Pad is still a lot better than an iPad. Let's actually get started. So first of all, when I actually bought the OnePlus Pad, I was very excited because that was my first good tablet since the Lenovo IdeaPad Slim 5i, which I had in my childhood. So I always wanted to have every utility ever possible in a tab. Like I can write notes on it, I can draw things with it, I can use it as a laptop with a keyboard and all that stuff. But once I bought the OnePlus Pad, I realized that the accessory situation is very dire. You don't have a lot of accessories. A lot of companies are not making good accessories for the OnePlus Pads, and that is something which is very concerning if you are someone who wants to make notes and all. And many people will simply say just buy the OnePlus Stylo 1 or the 2 and be happy with it. But the thing is, the OnePlus styluses are almost 99% out of the stock. It is very rare to find them, and that is the biggest issue. Like people have the money to buy the stylus, but it is always out of stock. And once they do get a chance, again within a week it goes out of stock. So that is something which you need to keep in mind if you're thinking of getting the OnePlus Pad 1 or the OnePlus Pad 2. Now one more thing which I think which is not good in the OnePlus Pad series is actually their magnetic keyboards. Now believe me, I have tried the OnePlus Pad 1's magnetic keyboard and I found it to be very clumsy. Like I've actually used the Apple's Magic Keyboard as well with the iPad Pro 11-inch, I think it was the M2 one, and that was way strong. Like the magnets were way stronger, it held pretty well, and it was working flawlessly. Whereas with the OnePlus Pad, the magnets weren't that strong and it was very clumsy. So if you adjust even a bit, your tab will drop. And that is something which I really didn't like. So I think if you are gonna buy a tab based on what are the accessories you can use with it, like maybe a keyboard and maybe a stylus, then OnePlus Pad is probably not the right choice for you. Now, one more reason why I'm saying that is because let's say you get the OnePlus Pad for a very good discount price at 22,000 Indian rupees, but the stylus is going to cost not less than 5k. So 5k is the minimum price you will get the stylus for. Then again, if you get the keyboard, that is another 7,000 Indian rupees. So you're basically spending 12 to 13,000 more compared to what you paid for the tab. So what you can do is get an iPad at 33k, get a King John or any other pencil which actually works very well with the iPads, because they have a lot of third-party accessories for the iPads. For like you can get a pencil for like less than like 1500 Indian rupees, so let's say 3500, and you can get a good keyboard for like 2000 and all. So then at less than 40k you will have an iPad with a pencil and a keyboard, alternatives, obviously not the original ones, and they will work way better than the OnePlus's original one. So that is something which again you need to keep in mind. Now let's just talk about performance. Now performance is again an area where you would say that the iPad has an iPhone 12's processor, the A14 Bionic, and that is very old. Like right now we have the A15, the 16, now we have A18 as well. So obviously that is not a good deal, like if you look at on a paper. But based on my usage, because I have actually used the iPhone 12 extensively since the day that was launched, and now I'm shooting this video in the iPhone 15 Plus, I can tell you the iPads and maybe the iPhones, they're actually very well optimized. So the MediaTek Dimensity 9000, which is present in the OnePlus Pad, that is also very well optimized, no problems there. But there is a point where you will say, like, for gaming, if you're especially looking for gaming and you don't want to play in high refresh rates like 90 120, if you want to do casual gaming but you want to play more games, you can actually get the iPad. That will be a better deal. Let me give you an example. Let's say Warzone Mobile, right? That is not even supported in the OnePlus Pad, whereas on the iPad you can play in low to medium settings in like decent 60 to 50 FPS. So that is something you need to keep in mind. Let's again keep an example of, let's say, Grid Legends. Now Grid Legends is again a great game for smartphones and tablets that works on the OnePlus Pad, but it doesn't support a lot of things and it's not really that smooth. It gives only 30 FPS, lags a lot. I've actually paid for that game to play on my OnePlus Pad, but still, it's not the best experience I actually got with it. And in an iPad, you can get 60 FPS, great graphics, and everything works awesome. So for gaming also, an iPad does make a lot more sense as compared to the OnePlus Pad. Now let's see what are the areas where the OnePlus Pad excels. And the number one reason why I bought the OnePlus Pad is because of the Android ecosystem. I already own an iPhone, I have a Mac, I have a lot of Apple products, but one thing which is missing in Apple is actually the ability to get apps for free. Now, in by no means I'm actually promoting piracy and all, but the thing is, as Indians, we do kind of want things for free, and in Android you can get things for free. If you know what I mean, comment down below. But yeah, you do get a lot of flexibility with Android. You can do a lot of stuff with Android. You have multi-screen, like 4 screens at once in the OnePlus Pad. You can connect it with a joystick and play games with it. So there are a lot of flexibility of having an Android compared to an iOS system, which is very restricted. You don't get a lot of access of what you should be doing in the iPads. Now, one more thing which I really like about the OnePlus Pad is actually the refresh rate. Now, there is no denial that 60 Hz versus 144 Hz is a big difference, and you are gonna notice it definitely, no doubt whatsoever. So yeah, in case you are not willing to compromise on the higher refresh rate side of things, you should actually get the OnePlus Pad. That is the clear answer. But again, if you look at it from a storage standpoint, then again it makes sense, because OnePlus Pad gives you 256 GB of storage, which is more than 4 times as compared to what you get in the iPad, which is only 64 GB. So these are some areas where you would think like, okay, the OnePlus makes a lot more sense. Why should I even get and consider getting an iPad? But again, I've already talked about the good things of the iPad and the good things of the OnePlus Pad. So the decision is completely up to you, definitely. But these were my opinions and observations, because I have used both of them, and actually I can actually tell you from my own personal experience. So these were my honest thoughts and opinions of both the tabs. What do you think? Tell me in the comments below. Subscribing my channel would be a very great help to me. But that's it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.